Hello, everyone. Welcome to our December Did You Know webinar. As everyone is coming in, wanted to say hello, and I'm delighted that you are joining us today. What a year it has been, an exciting year nonetheless. And now we get to start looking forward, looking into 2024. It's crazy to just say those numbers out of your mouth, and it's hard to believe that it's already here. I feel like this year has just completely flown by. So we're excited because this Did You Know series is something that is a labor of love. We love it so much. And what makes it even better is that we are starting to hear from you all that you also enjoy it too. And so we are delighted. This is something exciting. We have a lot of giveaways for you all today because we're so grateful, for your camaraderie, for joining us, for being awesome users of FMG, but also this Did You Know series is starting to create a community, which is really cool. So really neat to see some of you come again. And so as always, if you wouldn't mind putting in the chat where you're coming in from, where you're beaming in from. I'm in Fort Worth, Texas. So it's one of my favorite things that I get to see and do is see everyone coming in. So New York and Wisconsin and Memphis, Middleton, Waco, New Jersey. So stinking cool to see everyone from all across the country. So welcome. Glad you're joining us today. And of course, we are talking about building your 2024 marketing plan. And with that, there's a lot of moving pieces. And so hopefully I can make it palatable and enjoyable for you as we think into this new year. And I don't want it to be something that's really daunting or something that's on that to-do list that you keep putting off, but something that we're excited to tackle and we can do it together. So Elise Lambert here, Director of Product and Enterprise Marketing at FMG. And a lot of you know my story, but I've been a financial professional like you. I have used FMG in your shoes before I actually started working for FMG. And so I know what it's like. I know the day-to-day that you go through. I know what it's like to spin your wheels and try and juggle a million different plates all at the same time. So couple of housekeeping items before we get going, but of course, this will be sent afterwards. You can always find us on YouTube as well. And look out for this follow-up. So this follow-up email, and I'm going to share this at the end, is packed with giveaways because we are just delighted that you are all here today and we want to celebrate this new year and get you off starting the new year on a great foot. And so this is the one time that I'll let you do two things at once. If you want to log into your FMG account and follow along, change things as we go, love that. Let's make this a valuable use of our time. And some people feel like the chat might be a little too distracting or anything like that. So if you want to minimize that box, otherwise feel free to chime in and join in on the conversation. So I always just want to bring that up, depending on your preference, want to share that. And so before we get going today is going to be a lot of tactical stuff that you can put into play. If you want a conversation and a webinar really on the how-tos and whatnot, we're going to get to that. But also last Did You Know? So if you missed it last month, we talked about optimizing your LinkedIn. So really great pieces there. We talked about why you should utilize LinkedIn, that LinkedIn algorithm, how it works, content strategy, right? Content. I feel like we're always talking about content and top characteristics to a strong LinkedIn profile. So in the chat, share if you were able to update anything on your LinkedIn or anything like that. Would love to see if you guys were on there and who we have coming back. Okay, so LinkedIn, here we go. And a couple of people are asking how to access that recording. You can go to our YouTube page, which I'm about to share the link here in just a couple of seconds, and you guys can see it that way. All right. A couple people just linked to their LinkedIn. Perfect step, because that way we can turn on our foundations. We can do so much. So great to see that you guys are coming back. All right. So what we're going to discuss today, we are discussing monthly content planning. So what that looks like month to month. And also we're going to give you a ton of content ideas. That's going to be a big piece of our puzzle today, and how and frequency, right? So yeah, we have content, but how often should we be sharing that content? And then of course, our automations. We talk about these a lot, but again, wanting to make your life easier so you can work smarter, not harder. And then we're going to go into a demo today of how to create something from one of our giveaways and how to repurpose it and create it so that you can utilize it. So a lot of you have probably heard this before. You know my story if you've been here. I'm a washed up athlete. I used to have coaches tell us this all the time, but proper planning prevents poor performance. So important. So that's really what we're talking about, planning for 2024 and how we can put those pieces in motion today to set you up for success as we move forward. All right. So talking about planning, this is a great benchmark from Schwab. And so this is what they're saying. Chuck says you need a plan. And what I like about this, so firms with client referral plans, so talking about referrals, and business partner referral plans generated 1.6 times and 4 times more new clients. So thinking about content, thinking about education, thinking about referrals, as we know, as we go through time, referrals are still one of the greatest ways that we can build our organization. We can build our book. And so this is just saying that if you do have a plan for referrals, if you do have a plan for that, it's going to be pretty fruitful. So here you can see that at the very bottom, the top performing firms, majority in the blue is have growth based on their client referrals, as well as business referrals. And that other big piece is marketing, right? So if we can do referrals and we can do marketing and we can bring those two together, this is a really great recipe for doing some awesome things. And so with that also comes the opportunity to educate, right? You are educators at the end of the day. You are the ones that provide that value for your clients and prospects. You're the ones that they turn to for all of their important information. And so 63% believe informative and educational content would make an advisor stand out. So again, what are you doing to allow yourself to stand out? Are you providing that educational content? Are you providing that knowledge and those pieces, and not just on financial stuff, but worldly topics and other important topics as well? So this graph right here shows us how interested are you in financial education, building your knowledge level of investments, right? And so we have millennials and Gen Xers actually at the top, which I actually found this fairly interesting. Being a millennial myself, we want to know more about these financial education topics. And so these are really high. And then of course we have our boomers and then the silent generation. So just thinking about that. So again, thinking about who your target audience is, thinking about the education that they are seeking. Just really, really neat. So we want to be able to share that educational content, and it can come from you. And so how are we going to do that? What are we going to share? And how frequently are we going to share that? And so I wanted to discuss about last year's December Did You Know webinar. We talked a lot more about marketing plan strategy. So today we're going to talk about content. We're going to talk about big picture and what to share. And if you're looking a little bit more on foundational elements of putting together a marketing plan, this is a really great presentation for you. So this is where we go over monthly content strategy, key tactics, tracking your success, really great foundational piece. So if you want to go back and revisit this, you can do so in our YouTube channel. And one second, let me share this in here we go. Let me share this in the chat so that you guys have this and you can easily find the link. So if you want to go back and revisit that, and also if you're looking to find us on YouTube, you can go to this link, you can subscribe, you can follow our playlist so you can see the plethora of Did You Know webinar videos that we've created. So go check that one out if you really want that foundational piece. And that is going to allow us today to talk about more of the big picture and how we can implement that in 2024. But that last one also, I talk about how to measure success, understanding key metrics, setting up our goals, defining those KPIs, tracking metrics, and like evaluation. So we always want to keep score at the end of the day and see how we did. So great place there. Okay, so going back to planning and content and thinking about our clients. I talk a lot about who is your target audience, who is your niche audience, who do you work with? And most importantly, what do they want to hear from you, right? So what information are they seeking? How often do they want to hear from you? And so this is some stats from YChart. So clients want more from their advisor. What does that mean? So on the left-hand side up here, it says, would you consider your advisor's frequency and style of communication when deciding to retain his or her services? And majority of all respondents have said yes. And so all respondents said 88% said yes. And then more than 500,000 under management said yes. So 92.4% said yes here. And so then the next one, would you consider your financial advisor's frequency and style of communication if you recommended them, right? Talking about those referrals again, and 87% of respondents said yes. And those with more than $500,000 under management, 90% said yes. So people want to hear from you. They want to see that. And which best describes how frequently you wish your financial advisor contacted you regarding your financial plan or progress towards your goals. And so this is important. So 51% said, I'm happy with the level of contact or frequency. But then that other portion of that graph is saying, I wish my advisor contacted me more frequently, or I wish my advisor contacted me somewhat more frequently, meaning they want to hear from you. And if you're ever curious on what your clients think or want to hear, check in with them. Ask them, right? Make that part of your onboarding experience. Or when you're doing that annual checkup with them or that biannual meeting, ask them, hey, what do you want to hear from me? How often? That's the best way to do that. And so again, respondents with $500,000 being managed, they want to hear from you more frequently. And also respondents under 60 years old. All right, we just got a quick question. Does the frequency of the data come along with the average level of contact for each slice of pie? We haven't broken it down that granular, but I think that's definitely something we could think about. And so I would believe that frequency, the more we communicate with them, the more we are able to tap into emotional intelligence of our clients, which we've done some webinars recently on, the better we can serve them. And so if you're ever questioning how often you should be talking to your clients, let's ask them. That's the best gauge, because again, we have those clients that some people, they don't want to hear from us, but every couple of years. And then we have the ones that would call us every day if they could. And so we want to also meet in the middle. So now we talked about how they want to hear from us. We know that they want to hear from us more often. We know that we need to share educational content. So what are some of these important topics that we can talk about? So giving you some fuel to your fire for as you think about this upcoming year. And I want to share a giveaway we're about to go through is pretty handy and is going to be able to share. And someone just mentioned, I'm comfortable with a survey of our clients to design them. We do not design them. However, we could share, you could create that survey and send it out via our emails, or, get creative that way. So I love those ideas. I always think it's great to receive that feedback. So again, talking about what types of topics and content we should be sharing, we really want to think about what our clients are thinking about, what is on their mind. And most importantly, it's probably the same thing that's on your mind. So here are some ideas. But for example, navigating the costs of senior care, tips for financially preparing for long-term care. Also, here's another one, top 7 most common estate strategy mistakes, right? These are things that we know our clients are thinking about. And we can focus on topics clients care about. So here's a great pyramid right here. And, at the very, very top of this pyramid, it's that fulfillment, right? How can we help fulfill their life's purpose, their legacy? And how can we provide that peace of mind for them, right? So taking care of loved ones, organized and in control, right? Are their finances organized and are they in control of them? More discretionary time, freedom from worry, achieving these goals, right? Depending on these goals of our clients, we want to talk about college. We want to talk about healthcare, retirement, estate planning, charity, and managing the money. So money manager selection, asset allocation, security selection, right? So if you want to take a screenshot of this chart right here, it's so helpful. And really this, not just your content strategy and your education of what you can share, but you can also use this to provide that dialogue in your upcoming meetings and provide that. So you're not just talking about, hey, it's not that really 1 + 1 = 2 conversation, but we can start to provide light and we can provide that insight in there as well. And so if anyone has any questions, I've seen a couple of hands raised, feel free to put them in the Q&A section. That would be a great place, or you can also chime in on the chat and we'll do our best to do this. And the presentation will be shared after. So if anyone is looking to get some of these pictures, also we are going to be handing out some downloadables as well at the end. So make sure to stick around, and want to talk about some more topics, because I think that's something I know that I used to just like rack my brain about, like, gosh, I know I need to share more. I know I need to be emailing them, but what about? And so that's where, if you have a piece of paper in front of you, start to write some of these down, right? Potential market volatility, that is on everyone's mind. We are coming into a political environment here in the next year. There's going to be a lot of discussion around volatility. There's going to be a lot of discussion around the wars that are happening and what's going on overseas, right? So people want to hear from you, their bellwether, their trusted advisor, which is you. And so they also want to talk about rising interest rates, inflation protection, right? What's going on? My milk costs more than it did last year. What is happening? Tax changes, with possible tax code changes on the horizon, plan to optimize their tax efficiency, retirement planning, of course. So revisiting these retirement plans to adjust withdrawal rates and ensure sufficient assets is key, especially with those nearing retirement, or maybe those with loved ones nearing retirement, or those with loved ones in retirement. And healthcare and insurance costs, right? These are also going up. So reviewing budgets to account for steadily increasing healthcare and ensure premium expenses for the next year. And of course, building emergency savings, advise clients to bulk up cash, all the good things that you guys do. But we are so glad. And if anyone's coming in late, we are delighted to have you. And if anyone has missed the front portion, the recording will be sent. You can also find it on YouTube. But then also more important, so back to these topics, more important topics, building emergency savings, advise clients to, bulk up that cash, and estate planning, connecting aging clients with resources to get everything organized, get their legal affairs in order, in case their health is declining. So again, not just topics we can share from a marketing perspective, topics for discussion, and then topics to think about in your content plan. So this is something that we're sharing. I'm really excited about this. We put this together, and this is your 2024 topic calendar so that you guys can print this out and you can have it on your desk. You can share it with your admin. You can share it with your marketing director. You can create it and utilize it. But these are month-by-month topics for you to be able to share looking into 2024. So take a screenshot too while we're here. But January, February, January through December, we have it all lined out for you. And again, these are just some awesome ideas. It's not everything, but these are topics that you can share, and you can find supplemental information and supplemental pieces of content in our content library. So this is a little sneak peek about content that is coming out for the year. And so January, right, the theme is financial goal setting. So think about New Year's resolutions, New Year's Day. It is also National Financial Wellness Month and State of the Markets. And then moving in to February, it's tax season, right? So we want to start to provide content on tax season. So we have that annual tax guide. It's Black History Month, Identity Theft Awareness Week. And of course, we want to celebrate things like Valentine's Day, Client Appreciation Day. March, we have Women in Investing here. So International Women's Day, National Backup Day, Medicare General Enrollment ends. And of course, April, we have Financial Literacy and National Healthcare Decisions Day, National Social Security, Tax Day, Earth Day. Thinking again, okay, so now May and June, looking into our spring, Retirement Disability Awareness Month, Military Appreciation, Mother's Day, Memorial Day. June, we have Mid-Year Touch Base, halftime report. So great time to catch up with our clients and do that touch base with, or that halftime report. Insurance Awareness Day and American Housing Month, Father's Day. And then, okay, now we're summer, right into the, second quarter on, we have financial independence, which goes along with Independence Day for our country, budgeting, savings, market recap, that market recap outlook, talking too fast. August, right? Kids are getting back to school. Great time to think about our wills. What will your legacy month be? 529 planning. So all topics to fuel your content strategy and that. So again, September, Life Insurance Awareness Month. October, Estate and Strategy. November, Social Security and Medicare. And December. And I just got some feedback. Hopefully I'm not frozen for everyone. On my side, it looks like I have a good connection, but want to make sure that we are okay. And frequency. Okay, so we just talked about so many topics, so many content ideas. Hopefully you were able to write some down. And in the chat, would love to see if anyone has any ideas of something maybe they didn't see on here that they like to share or that they've implemented in the past. So maybe there's something on here that you didn't share. Would love to see anything that you guys do, or maybe special events that you do for client appreciation, or even some maybe fun client referrals as well. So in the chat, if you have any fun ideas, feel free to share them with our community. And let's talk about frequency. So how often should I be sharing? And so we talked about that monthly calendar, and now we're going to break it down. So we started with big picture, and now we're going to come much granular, and we're going to talk in depth about that foundational content planning, those monthly goals. So how often and what is the content type? So we're going to start at the top. We have blog. How often should we be blogging? In the perfect ideal world, again, this is just a recommended schedule. It's not something that you have to stick to. It's just something that we found happens to be a pretty good recipe. But blogging 2 to 3 times a month. So what should we be blogging about? Financial planning oriented content, and then optional as well, that timely and human interest piece, financial pieces, maybe thinking about who your target audience is. So maybe if I work with business owners, I might sprinkle in some blog pieces for business owners, which is a really great piece. Also, email. Email should be 2 to 4 times a month. So think about maybe a newsletter, a piece of timely content, which you can go through in our content library and find timely content. And also that 1 to 2 planning related or general interests, maybe a promotion of your blog or a webinar coming up, or maybe an event you're doing. Oh, this is so fun. So we hired a floral designer the Monday before Thanksgiving. We had 16 local female clients in the studio to create their own Thanksgiving arrangement. What a fun idea. That is really great. And an idea about how long should that blog post be? It needs to be longer than a LinkedIn post. and average 200 to 500 words is great as far as those blog posts. And don't forget to add a picture or add a link or a video. Great place to incorporate video as well into those blogs, even into those emails, right? And then also social media. So social media, we're going to increase our frequency here. So we want to utilize social media 6 to 12 times a month. So think about this. So here's a little recipe: 2 to 4 financial planning related items, 2 to 4 shared media articles, and 2 to 4 pieces on financial and pieces like that, but also sprinkle in that personal piece. I've said before in a couple of my webinars how we know that posts of dogs perform really, really well. Posts about your family, posts highlighting your awesome, office manager or your awesome team that you work with. These are all really great ideas for social media. So again, thinking about social media, thinking about hopefully not getting overwhelmed, seeing that 6 to 12 times a month, but just some ideas here. And then that surprise and delight piece. This is really the cherry on top of that yummy marketing sundae we have, but 1 to 2 times either a quarter for top or ideal clients. So again, do you have your clients organized within your FMG dashboard so you can easily find who your clients are, who your prospects are, and maybe even defining them like my A plus, or my tier 1 clients, my B clients, and my C clients. But random acts of kindness or thoughtfulness, right? So I saw that a lot of people do like a pie giveaway during the holidays, or maybe it's something as simple as sending a $5 Starbucks gift card to them, but a random acts of kindness or thoughtfulness, that appreciation, those client appreciation events, or really just making sure we're sending them a birthday email or message really is something that can put a smile on someone's face. So have you incorporated that surprise and delight factor? And if you haven't, this is your friendly nudge to do so, because those are those things that, again, are going to continue to set you apart. When you enter into that relationship, it's not just business. It's not just a business relationship, but it's truly a relationship that is supposed to last. And so how can we water this relationship, and how can we allow it to grow and prosper? And again, we're talking in the chat, seeing some stuff about a shred event. This is a really great, simple way to do this, especially, Earth Day, around taxes, great spring cleaning. There's a lot of ways that you can utilize that. We have an event template for a shred day as well, so that you don't have to do a ton there. Just select the day, time, and location and shred away. So really fun idea there. I love this in the chat. Everyone's sharing some fun ideas. I love to see it. All right. Next, we have in our presentation, let's dive into some of these automations because, oh gosh, I want to set you guys up for success. And one of the best ways to do that is to make sure your automations are turned on. And so I have a little poll I want to launch really quick. And do you have your automations turned on? Yes, no, maybe we're about to. Just want to do a quick check-in to see, because I'm going to take us through those automations. So we want to make sure that surprise and delight feature that we have turned on our birthday automations, that we have turned on our holiday automations, that referral automation. Again, referrals are so important. Monthly market insights automations, and then social foundation. So again, this is going to help set you up with that frequency. So then you can sprinkle in your blog pieces. That way you can sprinkle in your timely pieces, and then that surprise and delight. And when will weekly market info be on automation? We have our monthly commentary and a couple others. I don't have that piece right now, but we do have monthly market insights. All right. And in the demo, I will show us how to turn those on in the dashboard as well. So some of these, press the easy button, turn these on, but here is that referral sequence. This is an example of what it looks like. we put a lot of time and thought and energy into making these much more personable. So this is an example, and then it takes them to a referral landing page where that referrer can just put in their stuff. And marketing automations. And again, so a lot of people might be saying, you know what, I haven't turned my automations on yet just because I'm waiting to group my contacts or something like that. If there's anything, just turn on the holidays, and then you can work on grouping those, or maybe that can be a New Year's resolution to make sure that we get that organized, or maybe it's on your to-do list. I know sometimes the holidays slow down when it comes to meeting with clients. And so this is a great time to just turn on some of those automations, and then we can slowly organize our contact list as we go. And just turn on holidays or that birthday e-card. My favorite is the birthday greeting card. I think it's really something that does set you apart. We really receive mail these days, except for maybe holiday cards or anything like that. So wanting to make sure that we have birthday cards there, always one of my favorite ones to turn on. And again, that goes through the US Postal Service. And I wanted to note, for the holidays, we have some deadlines for those holiday automations. So if you're wanted to send those happy holiday automations, it needs to be toggled on by the 14th, which is tomorrow. So turn those on. And the New Year's, we need to toggle that on by 12/28. So just some deadlines for you. And greeting cards. It's still not too late to get your New Year's printed greeting cards. So order deadline is 12/16. So write those down, put it in your calendar, create a little calendar event for yourself, and make sure you don't miss out on those. And yes, you can. This is a little preview of the referral emails, and we can show you where you can look at those in a little bit. And then some of the other automations. So if you're thinking about turning these on, this is just a little preview, but we have our monthly market insights. And on the left is an example of that email, and then the landing page on the right, and then our retirement insights. So again, we want to make sure that we have these going to the appropriate audiences. So depending on your CRM, if you have maybe Redtail, Wealthbox, Smart Office, any of these, if you group them in your CRM, they should reflect also into your FMG dashboard. But you always want to remember that your CRM is always your source of truth. And so we also want to make sure that, for example, our retirement insight automation is going to our retirees. We want to make sure that it's not going to our Gen Zers or anything like that. All right. Here's some other examples, that video of the month. Again, this is a great way to mix up your content. So you're not just always sharing a bunch of words, but you can also share that video. And if you've thought about it, maybe you've thought about incorporating video into your marketing strategy. Maybe 2024 is your year. You can create your own email and add your own video of the month. And then, of course, our social foundations. You can come in here, you can set them up, you can shuffle them, you can select which days you want them to go out. So there's some preferences there that you can set up for your social foundation. So this is your automation for your social media. And thinking about the time, again, I don't want this to be daunting, but be purposeful in how you spend your time. So again, proper planning prevents poor performance. Schedule it out. Schedule out your time to be intentional about when we're sharing and when we're going to get those blogs done and all of that, or work with your team to create a cohesive strategy to do that. So free up your time. Advisors who outsource their marketing typically free up 30% of their time, and 95% of those advisors said that they have a better work-life balance when outsourcing. And so who do you outsource to? Well, we are here to help you. That's why we're providing a lot of this content, because we want you to be just marketing all-stars and be just like marketing mavens. But also we have our Do It For Me program, which we have seen really spectacular results for a lot of our clients. And really a lot of times we know you're capable. We know that you want to do this, but sometimes we just need that little nudge, or you're just so darn busy to get this all done. And so I just wanted to share a couple of testimonials that we got from our Do It For Me program. And this is one from Kim. And she said, I met with a client that made a point of telling me how much she appreciates our emails and commentary. And he said it's very, very client friendly and easy to understand. And that he said he receives market commentary from other advisors occasionally, but this is over the top and much better. So really cool to see. And I'm trying to chime in. There's so much great conversation going on, but I'd like to send emails to women in my contact list. Although I've identified as the women on my list, there currently is no way to select them just as women unless I create another group. Yeah, the best way to do that would be to create a specific group for them. And then just another one from our Do It For Me, another happy 5-star customer says, I'm officially in my second year and have nothing but positive things to say about the Do It For Me content and the program. Specifically, I've loved how you've been able to save me tons of time on content creation, so I don't need to spend eternity creating it from scratch. Amen. Awesome. And video of the month can go out via email. Yes. And okay, so I talked about some giveaways, and this is the first one we're going to talk about, and it is exclusive holiday themed Do It For Me content. So this is a sneak peek of our Do It For Me program. So what we are giving away to everyone on this call is a personalized email that you can use. So this is the Do It For Me exclusive content sample. We send it to you. So this content is a 2-email sample. You can pick which one you would like. And what you do is you can then use this in your FMG email tool. So you download this, you download the email banner, you copy and paste the content. And this is what I'm going to show in this. So really excited to share with you all this piece of content. Again, this is just a snippet of what we send to our Do It For Me clients on a regular basis, but wanted to give you all just a little surprise and say thank you, most importantly, for joining us and being a part of our Did You Know community and following along with us. This has been so fun. And so in addition to this, we also have more giveaways. So again, just keeping in the spirit of giving for the holidays, some more content for you. So we are doing the 2024 topic calendar. So that was one of the slides we went over. So you will have that. You can print it out, keep it on your desk. You can also be able to download a marketing strategy template that we created for you all. So this is one that helps you set aside, what sets you apart, how do you serve your clients, what are your marketing goals for the year, and how do you want to communicate to your clients. So this is just a really great template as well as a schedule. So the weekend schedule, your Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday schedule. So again, I know you guys are amazing financial professionals. We want to come alongside you and help be the extension of your marketing arm and to send these out. And then this is really cool. So Susan Theater, who is our CMO, she is a marketing expert and just one of the most amazing humans, but she came out with her top 5 marketing ideas for 2024. So sharing this with you all as well. She just goes into how words matter and how capturing money in motion. So talking about the great wealth transfer. So look out for these. And as you all share stuff on content, feel free to tag FMG, tag me. I would love to see your content. I would love to see the videos you create, the emails that go out. Add me to your email list, right? I would love to see those personal emails that go out. It just so special and something I'm so passionate about. And someone said, I want your energy. What's the secret? I don't know what the secret is. I think it's just being surrounded by really great people. It's really easy to have a lot of energy when we have so many great clients, and we've created such a cool group of people here. So our Do It For Me program, if it's something that you've been thinking about, but it's that monthly content marketing plan, it's exclusively written by Sam and Susan, our marketing thought leaders. And you'll receive a marketing specialist and really helps increase that client engagement. It helps drip on your prospects and those COIs, right? So we can't forget about all those awesome COIs that we have as well, which are so important for referrals and building our marketing audience. And if you want, you can scan this QR code. So we have a QR code. Hold your phone up right here, scan it. And if you want to learn more about this program, each month you get a specific calendar of topics that is in addition to everything in your content library. So these are even more personalized pieces that have been thought out. And there's some really cool series involved as well. So really neat here. All right. So also, I like to touch on this. If you are not utilizing the mobile app yet, you're on the naughty list, because this is something that's going to really help you make your life so much easier. The mobile app, you can download it here. So again, hold your phone up right here, download it. And you can download this, get it right to your phone, and be able to share it. And if for whatever reason, maybe that code's not working, if you just go to fmgsuite.com and scroll to the very bottom of our page, you can also find it there. But you can send out emails, you can send out social posts from here, and it also utilizes artificial intelligence, which is really neat. And you can start to build out some of your posts utilizing artificial intelligence, which is really neat. So, oh, yes, we are doing an advent calendar right now. So more giveaways as well. So glad you caught on to that. And so now I'm going to go into our demo. We're going longer than normal today, but it's because we just had so much content and so many great ideas we wanted to share with you all. So hopefully you all are okay. Normally it's 30 to 45 minutes, but today we're going over. And let's go into this demo. So I told you all that we were going to be sharing how to add that do it for me email to there. And let me just move this little menu real quick. And awesome. So here, can you still see my screen? Wanting to make sure. Okay, perfect. So you can still see my screen. And so that do it for me email. So we are going to pretend that I just received an email of that do it for me holiday, and it looks just like this. So this is that holiday email that you all will be receiving. So this is our do it for me program exclusive content sample. And so what you do is you're going to hit download, and it's going to download that email. And from here, what we are going to do is we are going to copy and paste the content into our email builder. So I'm going to log into my content library here. Hold on. Okay, so I'm going to come to my content library because this is our home screen. This is our dashboard. And we are going to go into our email. So we're going to come over here to email. We are going to hit send email. And from here, this is going to give us our blank canvas so we can create our email from here. Okay, so subject line, I'm going to pull directly from my, sorry, I'm dealing with a couple of screens, so bear with me as we're going back and forth for a second, but I'm going to be copying and pasting from this downloadable right here. So we can come over here, we can do our subject line. And I want to make sure I think I shared this already, but there are 2 samples of copy in here. So you can pick the one that resonates best with you. But also feel free to come in and add your own 2 cents, right? Add your own piece of cheer to this message. But so here's one for client email. And then there's also one in here for prospects and COIs. So again, we have some flexibility. You can look at both of these. And here we go. So here I am. I'm going to copy and paste. I'm going to add the imagery as well. And I'm going to use the messaging for my clients. And I'm just going to copy and paste. I'm going to simply select. We have inline editing. So I just simply click on the box that I would like to edit. I hit copy and paste. And sometimes, depending on how well it pastes, you might need to clean it up a little bit. But this is my messaging, and it clean it up. I accidentally copied some of the extra content, but here we go. So here it is. And if I want to upload my photo too, I just come here to add image and click image and drag and drop that image right into that piece. And so once I'm done, my email should look just like this. So here we have that imagery that we've dragged and dropped into there. We have our content. And of course, if you want to add a piece of your own, feel free to do so. Or if you maybe you want to make something bold, you can do that. We have all those great editing features. And now, a couple things I want to point out. You can send a test email to yourself. You can send a preview email to yourself. And you can save it as a draft, right? Maybe it's time for lunch. I'm getting kind of hungry. I need to save this as a draft to come back. I can always do that. And then I can schedule out this email. So select who we would like this to go out to. I can select to all of my contacts. I can select to just a specific group. We can also send to specific groups. And this is pre-approved. This is not pre-approved with compliance, so it will need to go through your compliance approval process. And then, or to an individual, right? I can send to a individual person. Ooh, and my screen got really big. But, and again, you can send to multiple groups if you want. So maybe if I want to send to my dentist clients, my prospects, I can do that, or just one or multiple, or I can send it to everyone. So let's send to all my contacts for today. And when do we want this to go out? So as soon as possible, meaning as soon as compliance approves it, or we can schedule it out at a future date, right? So maybe I want this one to go out next week. And again, when you're thinking about future dates, just think about your own approval process. If you do have compliance, thinking about how long it takes for turnaround and all of that. And then we can select the exact day and time just by utilizing this calendar toggle. And then we hit next. And this is confirming our details. This is confirming the who, the when, and your email signature. And I want to point this out, especially as you guys might be creating your own emails in the future, you can save emails as templates. So if you haven't thought about this, would love to share that you can create templates to make your life easier. So thinking about your newsletter that you share, thinking about any messages that you share on a regular basis, great place to do that. And you just toggle this on right here and you can save this. So this could be my holiday email template. So maybe you can share it for next year as well. And when you save that, you can then find it in the content library. So that's where you will find it. And then you hit send and it gets sent off to compliance for approval and be sent out on the date that which you specified. So that is how you can utilize that do it for me. And I also mentioned today that I was going to show you guys where those automations were and how we can find those. But one more thing that I have one more poll that I wanted to share with you. So this poll is, I'm just curious if you have implemented anything from our Did You Know webinars in the past of this year. So what is one thing you've implemented that you've learned from the Did You Know series? Maybe from any one of them. Would love to just hear. This is just a short answer, but I want to hear from y'all. See if this is valuable and see some of the cool things that you guys are all doing and implementing into your practice. All right, so automation and automated marketing. Where can we come? And we come over here to the left-hand side. So we have all of our marketing tools. We have our automated marketing. And okay, and here, this is where we come and we turn these on. So thinking about post timely content to social media, send your contacts a birthday card, my favorite automation. This is where you can come in and toggle these on and off. So you can also configure them. So really important, you can come in here, you can configure, you can select who you want each of these to go to. So I can send it, of course, to everyone, but we want to be very intentional about our marketing and our emails that go out. And so I encourage you all to create those groups and specify who is going to receive these automations. But make sure to check out all of these automations that are available to you. We talked a lot about those referrals. What a great way to help build your practice is asking for referrals. And we want to create raving fans. And so how can we continue to take care of those raving fans is providing that educational content and providing that timely communication, right? It's like a relationship with a loved one, right? Communication is everything. And so in 2024, hopefully you guys have a lot of content to propel you into this new year and to be able to create good relationships, create good content, and create a valuable experience for those you get to work with. So those are our automations and the preview for those referrals. So if you click on the referral sequence, you can view a sample right here. And so this is an example, it will pull it up. And this is an example of that referral campaign. So it has the message here and when it goes out. So that's a great place for you to look and see. And then also you can see the activity, who is receiving these and when. I always like to come in here and check on that as well. And so you can also preview a lot of these automations as well. So not just, of course, ask for a referral, but for example, the monthly commentary and video, you can preview that and share the latest one. Oops. By view last sent. So I guess you can look back at what has been sent in the past. And here's an example of our monthly market insight. All right, everyone, that is really a lot of that. So that is a lot of the demo today. And I'm going to just head back here. We are working on our 2024 calendar for our Did You Know series. So if you feel so inclined, we always send out a survey. We'd love to see what you guys want to learn about in the year upcoming. And if you're looking to upgrade, if you're looking for more information on Do It For Me, scan the QR code below. And I am just delighted to share this with you. Happy New Year, everyone. Tag me in your post. Want to see all the great things you're doing. Can't wait to see what this new year brings. And thanks a lot for joining me this past year. And I look forward to seeing you in our Did You Know series in the future and sharing all these great ideas with you. And yeah, thanks for coming. I'm gonna stick around for like couple minutes. I'm going to try and address some of the questions if I can. My name is Elise Lambert. So nice to join you all. Thanks for joining all across the country, and hope you all have a really great year. But I'll stick around just for about a minute or two to see if there's any other questions that pop up, and we get a lot, so I might not be able to get to all of them, but I'm going to give it my best. Awesome. Thank you, everyone. Yay. All right. And not a lot of questions, but yeah, if you want more information on all that, make sure to scan that. We will see you in 2024. Have a good one, everyone. Bye.